different perspectives. Somewhere up there is the moon. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's like the middle of the screen. A little sunlight out here. Whole row of yearlings. Stepped down here a little bit ago, and I don't know if it was a yearling being a smartass or might have been a bull. Around the corner over here, some snorting and stuff, and they all kind of jumped to attention and didn't go anywhere. But I thought I'd get you from down here. See the steers. They like to move that feeder around. This first bunch of steers really likes to move it. They'll move it before it's empty. Drive me crazy. And the orb, it's up there. Bunch of stuff I didn't get yesterday because I didn't want too long of a video, but that side hill in the middle of the screen, when I was cutting the field on the other side, I looked over at that and I go, really? It doesn't even look like they've been in there yet. And they've been in there for, what, a week? But, yeah, they're cleaning up other spots. So, I look around and wonder what I see, and I still don't know what I see. Must be a cut spot in a ditch. There's a little ditch that goes from the first pasture they had, cuts across to the ditch, or to the creek. And there's a dark spot, so it must just be the face of the ditch, I guess. Oh well. But then there's these, let's see, 022H. I think that was the second one that came in yesterday below the barn. I wasn't sure about me getting my coffee. Huh. What's the matter? Chicken? No, you taste like meat. Not chicken. Should say beef. People get confused. And I think that one was the first one that was in there. Oh well. See what the day brings. At least get her tedder serviced and ready to go, and may get some of that scattered today, but you know, it was late when I finished the one piece up. Of course, there's a full day of scattering. I actually thought about put the tedder rake on the one tractor. It stays on there anyway. And put the tedder on another one. Maybe let two people go get some suntan today. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just imagine who would have me cornered over here. Who would possibly have me cornered? With 713 right behind him. He tries to eat out of the bucket when I bring it over here. He doesn't really try. He just follows it like a puppy dog. So there were two calves in here when I walked through that gate over there. Now there's 6. Definitely my fans. They love me. Kind of like these girls. 023, she's usually right there every morning. The rest of the lineup here changes around a little bit. And Bam Bam hiding right there like a sore thumb, right? Oh well. 041H, she must be a complainer. Oh, and look who came back over here, wanting me to scratch on him. Oh, imagine that. Such a spoiled brat. Such a spoiled brat, aren't you? Are you a spoiled brat? Are you a spoiled brat? No, I don't lick my phone. Well, like most days, hasn't gone as planned yet. I was debating on running the tedder rake through this stuff, putting it in a fluffy windrow, or running the tedder through it and scattering it. That's after noon now. I just finally got up here and you see a little bit of cloudiness. About 8 o'clock, it actually got overcast for a few hours. Still 85 degrees and 50% humidity. It'd be nicer if the humidity was down a ways. That's the last piece I did. I just checked it. Some of that on top's dry, some of it's not. Some of it on top feels just like what's underneath. Some of this is almost dry enough to go, which is really quick. I mean, last year we were 5 to 7 days to get anything dry enough for most of it. One thing I miss about the color conditioner we used to have on the John Deere disc vines we had, save us a few days dry time. I'm not happy with the rolls on the New Holland, but yeah, that's what we ended up with. Although it's paid for now. Go in debt and change. But hell, I think they're $35,000 now for one. Bad enough when I bought that one, it was $25,000. But anyway, you can hear that. Top's pretty dry. Bottom, not so much. Can't really feel it in my hand, but the way it moves. So now we got a wind, that'll help. Wind blows the rest of the day today. Maybe I can finish getting stuff ready by myself today. Number one's been fighting a migraine for the last 3 days, and a couple hours ago she finally said she had enough. So she can go find a dark, cool spot to lay down. She went home. And Becky said if I want her to, she'll run the tedder rake out here tomorrow. If we get some good wind today and does that, I might actually be able to get the big baler ready to go in time. Got to get the disc off and do a little work on the tractor. And worst thing is getting the wires and the monitors hooked up, and of course getting the whole thing hooked up. It is kind of nice. We use the 3/4 drive earthquake impact for putting everything together, so we don't have to be in the shop like we used to be. Used to use the air impact for it. But anyway, that's what the day's looking like so far. I need both hands for this. And go see if I can move a few things so I can get the tedder rake out and get it hooked up. When you go out and check hay and decide, since you personally haven't been out in this pasture at all, you'll check for critters. Yeah, there's 4 calves over there. Thought maybe the cows would be behind them over in the trees across the creek, on, well, same side of the creek I'm on, they're on the other side of it. Hey, nothing over there. That's what I was thinking when I was following the creek over there. So I got over here far enough, and there was 2 calves laying over here in the tall grass. I look up. That old cedar tree's got, there's at least 25 cows plus the bull in here in this group. And only 4 calves that aren't crammed in there too. So there you have it. Just one little cedar tree hiding all those critters. And I didn't see them till I was almost on top of them. They got a hell of a lot of grass out here yet. I'm surprised there's this much left. And they've only been up to the feed barn, I think, 2 or 3 times. Seems some of them in this group, the same group that was this direction last year, they don't understand you can take a drink out of the creek. So they all want to go up to the barn to drink out of the trough. Had issues last night. Had a cow in a 3/4 piece across the bridge. And it's because even though the wire was hot, they wanted to go through it to go get water. Oh well. And there ain't much water in this creek this year. This is really, 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 really concerning. I mean, I know there's a few reasons for it. One reason is just flat out, we haven't got that much rain to keep it full. Another reason is these government programs planting all the trees for 35, 50 feet on both sides of the streams. They already proved last year in California what that does after they had a big fire. The news crew was with a rancher, and he was going up to see what he had left of his cattle after the fire. Well, they stopped, and they're like, well, what's the matter? And he says, well, I haven't heard that sound in 15 years. The sound was the creek running full once all the vegetation was gone. Vegetation was sucking up, the trees and shrubs were sucking up all the moisture. And honestly, I can say that I think we've kind of noticed this with the government program over there with what they've done in the last 18 years or so. And there's 2 or 3 places farther upstream where a lot of water used to come into the creek that they're all in government programs now. And they want to protect our water and have plentiful supply. Yeah, right, whatever. Much for night feeding when there's nobody in the barns, so but I still got to feed the dogs and check those pregnant cows. But the only 2 in the barn are Ruby and Pam Pam. There's 2 cows out in the feed barn from the other group, and they're the only ones that are in. Everybody else is laying in the trees or somewhere under the trees. 1 or 2 not far from the shade. And he was being protective of his food like normal. He'd sit there and bark and bark and bark and bark and bark and bark. Oh, and Whiskey's over here because he thinks there's one of them frickin' skinny-tailed rodents in there. You know, the squirrels that aren't fuzzy. But it's freaking hot today, people. And there is no air movement here in the barnyard. I mean, it was nice earlier out there in the field. The air wind picked up and wasn't too bad. And the cow and new calf, they got moved over in with these guys. Number 1 didn't want to drag any more small bales over to feed her. I think tomorrow he may go through that other gate right there. But we want to do that when the other ones are up here, so she knows where to go. I don't know what group she was in last year. Probably the same one, so it'd be the same direction. But it's kind of best if they've got a group to go with when you let them out. Unless you let a couple out at a time. And did a little cleaning up because I had to move stuff anyway. Stack those things up because they're all empties. Makes room for the bike over here instead of getting parked behind the skid steer. If I had another place to park that thing, make it nicer in here, but I don't. Not till we get the roof on it. Which I still got to make a roof for it. Plus, we still got the cab kit. Dang dog cab kit and everything else to put back together in the cab. See what the air conditioning needs to make it work. Best to do that while it's apart, right? I just had a cleaner spot to do it and time. 2 commodities that I don't have much of. So, anyway, I called it an early day. I went in like an hour ago, but say still had to come feed them. Got to rest a little bit and cool off a little bit. This 90-degree BS and high humidity, somebody else can have it. Tomorrow's that big day to remember things. So, Memorial Day is tomorrow on the calendar. I say every day actually is, but you know, I'm not the government. They dictate when you're supposed to do things that way. So, remember those who have fought for our country, who have fought for our freedoms, who have died protecting them. And holy moly, literally, I started videoing right after I fed the dogs, and I walked through here to do it. That whole group out there, they all came out of the trees. There's a breeze over here, so maybe they got a breeze down there and they're more comfortable. Oh well, anyway, I'm one that kind of takes that stuff seriously. Too many people don't. Too many people, oh, it's a day off work, I don't have to work, F you, haha, I'm gonna go get drunk and party. Yeah, well, I don't have that luxury. A lot of us don't have that luxury to take a day off and go party like that. Those days aren't the same. Those days are for partying. Memorial Day, hey, have you a barbecue? Make sure you got the flag up. And remember, there's many, many, many generations who gave their lives so that we could have the freedoms we've had over the last 200 years, or 200 plus years now, rather. I guess it must be, what, almost 240 years or something. I swear it was yesterday we did the bicentennial, right? Oh well. Be safe if you're playing. Be safe if you're partying.